of products.
Yes.
So
Yes.
could you
Yes.
please let us know
Yes.
about your products? We can start from your side.
Sure, of course, of course. So, Amrit, as I mentioned earlier to you, we have a custom leather good division where we make bespoke leather goods. So, these are some of the samples that we've created over the few years, and I'll just show you what we have in stock. So, I'll just start with the watch rolls. These are basically watch rolls that we have created for clients. This is basically a 3 watch roll where basically uh, I'll just open it up and show it to you. You can actually slide in your watch rolls, your watches over here, or even your bracelets. So it's a multi-purpose watch roll. We have a 6-piece watch roll. So clients who have a lot of watches but don't really have storage, we have something like this. And also for the collector, the connoisseur, we can also make these beautiful briefcases which are hand dyed, and it's a leather briefcase. And these can hold up to 30 watches, so it's really, really exclusive. The section below is our small leather goods section. So we do wallets, uh, we do coin holders like here, and we also do money clips. So that's a money clip wallet, a beautiful piece over here. And something unique that we do is we do cigarette cases, and this can hold up to 20 cigarettes with a lighter. Something very unique. Uh, the piece below is a whiskey case, a traveling whiskey case, which can hold up to 6 glasses, and people can either travel with it in their car, or even they can even display it in their bar. So that's something very, very unique and beautiful. Moving on to this section, we have this beautiful hand dyed burgundy briefcase. It's a two zipper case, and it's completely handmade. So clients can choose to change the zipper. They can change the size. If they want a smaller size, they can get a smaller size made. If they want to change the color, change the lining, basically anything can be modified and customized in our custom made bag division. These are some more pieces. Another model of a briefcase. This is a duffel. This is a fanny bag, and some again some watch boxes that we made for some clients. So some assortment of some beautiful pieces that we made.
Rohan, as we can see, you have a female products as well.
Yes, yes.
So could you please let us know about your products?
Yes, yes.
Please.
Of course. So I'll before I move on to the women's collection, I'll just take you through some really interesting pieces. Like for example, this is a phone cover that we've created, and it's completely hand painted. This is all done by hand. We have another luggage tag that we've created, again done by hand. We also do cigar cases, so you can store up to 2 cigars, something really unique. Um Moving on to basically a very interesting segment is that we work on golf kits and golf clubs. So basically, this is a client's kit that had come to us. It was completely damaged. The zipper was spoiled. There were cuts and tears and discoloration in the bag. We've completely restored it, and it looks brand new now. And also, we do these beautiful covers over here, so the clubs can be beautifully covered with this beautiful piece over here. This is very unique. Apart from that, we also do these custom made ball covers. So basically, you can store up to 2 balls with the tees, and it's just straps onto your trouser or your jeans. It's really, really cool. We also have this unique pad which basically um, takes a note of all your the progress through your game. So it's really, really interesting, and up to 4 players can use this. Okay, I'll just introduce you to the women's section now. We do a lot of unique pieces in terms of women's bags. This is a crossbody that has been custom made for a client. The hardware, as you see, is a gunmetal hardware which has been completely customized. We also do beautiful, beautiful shoulder bags as well, and this is a very, very difficult piece to make. As you see, there's a lot of piping detailing that's gone. It's all done by hand. So even in terms of women's bags and handbags, we can customize anything. So that's a little bit about what we do in terms of our bespoke division.
Okay.
Right. So now I would like to introduce you to our custom hand painted division. So I'll start out with a few cushions. These are some custom made cushions that we've made, and you can see the beautiful artwork that has been done on them. This is all 100% handmade, and a piece like this takes about 15 to 20 days to create. and you can see the detailing that is done on each and every piece that you can see here. The jackets are also custom made and beautiful artwork again done on them. These are leather jackets. We also can work on denims. These are some beautiful pieces that have been hand painted. And right below are these a few custom made shoe pieces with hand painted artwork done on them. The artwork that is being done, in fact, the paints that we use are scratch resistant and waterproof, and they're imported paints. It's the same kind of paints that are being used by Goyard and LV. So, in terms of the quality, we use the best paints in the world, and it's done with great precision, as you can see. So, for example, if I just pick this piece up, I can take my fingernails and scratch this, and the paint will not come off. So that's the process that we have to ensure that the paint never comes off. These paints that we use are permanent, and they're meant to stay on the bag permanently. For example, the shoes also that we do here, it's beautifully crafted, completely hand done, and each and every detail has been done by hand. Something like this takes again about 10 to 12 days to create.
So now we are in another section.
Yes.
So रोहन, आप इस सेक्शन के बारे में आप हमें क्या बताने वाले हैं? क्योंकि यहाँ पे मैं देख रहा हूँ काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग और क्रिएटिविटी के साथ बनाई गई चीज़ें दिख रही हैं यहाँ पे. हम कैमरा उस तरफ मूव ऑन करेंगे.
बिल्कुल.
लेकिन उससे पहले आपसे शुरू करेंगे. आप बताएं इस सेक्शन के बारे में.
So this is the most exciting section of our store, where all the artists are based out of. And जैसे आप देख रहे हैं, सारा hand painting का काम यहाँ पे हो रहा है. In fact, our artist is working on one of our clients' products. I think it's which bag is this? This is a Valentino. So ये Valentino का बैग है. और इस ये बैग जब आया था, ये पूरा बैग स्क्रैचेस से भरा हुआ था. So client ने हमें बोला कि why don't you just restore it by doing some interesting artwork. So that's how we are restoring the bag by creating some amazing artwork on the bag.
So हम यहाँ पे जो आर्टिस्ट हैं संतोष आप बताएंगे ये आप बैग पे ये किस तरह से हैंड पेंटिंग कर रहे हैं?
इसका पहले एक स्टेंसिल बनता है. स्टेंसिल बना के फिर हम इसके ऊपर एक बेस कोट लगाते हैं. बेस कोट के बाद फिर इस पर कलर लगाना स्टार्ट करते हैं, और ये फिर उसके बाद से ये डिटेल्ड वगैरह वर्क वगैरह होता है इस पर. तो ये थोड़ा सा लंबा प्रोसेस चलता है.
ओके, जस्ट सपोज मैंने अपना एक बैग दिया पेंटिंग करने के लिए और यही साइज है, तो उस पर कितना दिन लग जाता है उसको प्रिपेयर होने में?
उसको प्रॉपर प्रिपेयर होने में 8 से 9 दिन लग जाएगा.
ओके. एंड ये जो आप काम करते हैं, मुझे ये जानने में बड़ा इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है कि बहुत क्रिएटिविटी के साथ ये काम किया जाना चाहिए. और आप जब इस काम को कर रहे होते हैं तो हम अपने फील्ड में ना एक्चुअली बोर हो जाते हैं. What is your reaction when you do this work? How you feel? How do you feel?
नहीं, ये काम करने में मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है, इसलिए मैं इसे दिल से करता हूँ, इसलिए और ज़्यादा ही अच्छा निकल के आता है.
ये जो बैग्स रखे हैं यहाँ पे, इनमें प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, ये रेडी प्रोडक्ट्स हैं या फिर अभी इनको करना है?
ये ऑलमोस्ट रेडी प्रोडक्ट्स है, और इसमें अब कुछ नहीं करना है, ये हो चुके हैं.
ओके, ठीक है. यहाँ पे हम देख रहे हैं ये जो मैट है, ये है क्या एक्चुअली? मैं तो मैट बोल दिया, लेकिन एक्चुअली मैट है नहीं, लेदर है. ये कैसा लेदर है, किस चीज़ का लेदर है, इस बारे में डिटेल में बताएं. और इसमें भी बताइएगा कि इसको पहचानने के तरीके क्या हैं, कैसे रिकॉग्नाइज कर सकते हैं इसको?
राइट. सो बेसिकली दिस इज अ काफ हाइड, एंड ये बैग्स के लिए यूज़ होता है. वी कैन मेक बैग्स आउट ऑफ इट, वॉलेट्स, जैकेट्स भी बनता है. एंड द टेक्निक टू बेसिकली अंडरस्टैंड इफ इट्स रियल और फेक इज बाय रिवर्सिंग इट एंड सीइंग अगर ये बेसिकली इसका स्वेड फिनिश है कि नहीं. क्योंकि जो नकली होता है उसमें आपको फैब्रिक का टच एंड फील मिलेगा. सो अ रियल लेदर कैन ओनली बी जज्ड एंड आइडेंटिफाइड बाय द स्वेड फील एट द एंड. तो ऐसे पता चल जाता है बेसिकली.
एंड दैट साइड जो लेदर है दैट टेबल पे,
सो बेसिकली ये बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग पीस है. ये बेसिकली एक बूट हमने बनवाया था एक क्लाइंट के लिए, एंड एज यू सी इट्स अ कस्टम मेड बूट. तो ये प्रोटोटाइप था, इस पे ट्रायल हुआ था पहले, एंड आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे ब्यूटीफुल डिज़ाइन है. You won't be able to guess what this is. Basically, this is a hand tattoo being done on the piece, and once the tattoo has been done, then the artist fills the entire piece with color. Tattoo होने के बाद इस पे hand painting हो जाता है. So I'll share a picture with you, and you can probably show our viewers how the piece looks after it's been completed. So ये है process. Apart from this, we also do really interesting pieces. जैसे ये client ने हमें diary दी है. She's a follower of Guruji, so we've got Jai Guruji here with the initials. So we do a lot of custom initials done for clients. ये basically एक गोयार्ड का बैग आया है. यहाँ पे RKB initials हमने एक client के लिए करवाया है. So we've done the initials, and you'll see a beautiful artwork. And for example, ये एक client का बहुत ही पुराना LV बैग है. ये almost 25 years ओल्ड था, और जब हमारे पास आया था इसकी हालत तो बहुत ख़राब थी, हर जगह से लेदर फट रहा था. ये हमने बिल्कुल ही रेस्टोर कर दिया और आर्ट वर्क भी लगा के दिया, एंड नाउ इट्स लुकिंग लाइक अ ब्यूटीफुल वन ऑफ अ काइंड पीस. सो दैट्स अ लिटिल बिट अबाउट आवर आर्ट वर्क डिवीजन.
सो रोहन, इनके जो आपकी जो रेस्टोरेशन और जो आप प्रोवाइड कराते हैं, फैसिलिटी जो प्रोवाइड कराते हैं, उनका एक आप जेन्युइन प्राइस बताएंगे, रेंज कितने से शुरू?
Of course. So basically, it's a very wide range in terms of prices, but I'll give you a fair idea. So when we move to larger leather goods like the one that Santosh is working on the handbag, our prices start at 15,000. It can even go up to 25 to 30,000. And the reason we price it as such is because all our the paint that we use is all imported. It's the most high-end paint that is available in the market. Brands like LV and Goyard use the same paint, and the technique that is followed is very precise. So it takes a lot of time, and to reach a place where we could even manage to do something like this took us about a year for R&D. After a year of R&D, we reached a place where we could develop and provide such a service. And something like this, we have to take utmost care because these bags are not cheap. On an average, the bag prices of LV and Gucci range from 1 going up to even 3, 4, 5 lakhs. So we have to make sure that these products are not damaged in the process. Utmost care is taken. That's the reason we make sure that only the finest of materials are used in the process.
So Rohan, that's also happening something.
Right.
So could you please let us aware what's happening on that side?
Sure.
That side seems interesting.
Right.
So please tell us about
Right. So as you can see, this is Vinay. If I can, Vinay, a second. So this is basically a client's Goyard bag. What has happened is that this particular piece, the print started tearing and ripping apart. If you can see here, the paint has started ripping apart, and even from this area, the paint has started ripping apart. So the client had got this personalized from Goyard directly earlier, and the paint started coming off. So she had sent this to us to redo. So now we are redoing the initials on this piece, and the process again is that we first make the stencils. We match the exact same stencils of the initials. Then we do the base color. So right now my artist Vinay is working on this. He's applied the base color. Once the base color is done, then he applies the different color components, and then the finisher is applied so that the color does not bleed, it does not come out, and it's permanent. So that's the process, and that's what's happening right now. Yes. So this is our tailoring section. We have our hand stitch master over here. He's working on a Burberry bag. So when the bag came to us, the handles were broken, so we had to replace the entire handle. So what you're seeing here is the handle and the piping that's being redone. So everything that you see here is being done by hand, and each stitch is being matched by precision. And he's a specialist. He's been doing this for the last 20 years. This section over here is some of the work that we've done on shoes. So these are two lasts that have been created. So whenever we basically expand a shoe, we have to create lasts. So basically in this particular Tom Ford heel that we had received, the client wanted the front part of the heel to be expanded. So we basically applied fresh leather over here, and we had to create a last. So the last is created so that the exact size of the foot stays in place. If we would do this without a last, the foot measurements can go up and down. So that's the reason we use a last which matches the exact measurements of the size of the client's foot. Similarly, this is a bespoke heel that is being made. We made a completely fresh pattern for the sandal, and also we have made a fresh lace. So now once the lace is made, we have applied the leather, the bottom part of the sandal, and once the bottom has been finished, then we will start the work on the upper. So this is the upper of the sandal. So there's a lot of work. This is all work in progress, but this is to show you the scope of work that we do. Alright, so the section over here, you can see one of our tailors is working on a Gucci bag. The handle has been replaced. So it's a new handle over here. The handle previously was completely in tatters. It was breaking apart. So we had to replace with a fresh handle. So that's what's being done over here. There is another Gucci bag that another tailor is working on. Over here, these are the older parts you see. So this was completely worn out over here. Even the piping has been completely damaged. We've replaced the entire piping. It's a new piping. Even the leather trimmings have been replaced. So as you see, this was the old leather trimming and that's the new leather trimming. So that's the kind of restoration work that's been happening. So a master tailor over here is working on a bespoke leather piece. This is basically an oxygen machine that's being made, a cover for an oxygen machine that's being made. So the process is, first we have to take the measurements of the piece. So we took the external measurements of the machine and we've cut a pattern. So this is basically the pattern. This is what the pattern looks like. So for example, this is the pattern of the flap. This is the pattern of the pocket and the different pieces. So once the pattern is cut, we make a prototype. So the prototype looks like this, and upon approval of the prototype, the final piece is made. So this is what the prototype looks like, and this is the final piece. So this is the process of our custom made leather. Good.